I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Kenny Britt, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Giants take over first and 10. Let's go! 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Now!
Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
Easy.
Check 59.
Hey, go. Down.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set. 180.
59. Watch twist. Under 10.
Go.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 39-yard line.
Go, go, go.
59, Mark. Check, 59.
Under.
Check the backer.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Ready?
Hey, watch the slant.
Go with 5-3. 12.
First carry for Spencer Ware. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now on 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
Let's go.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going with Lindsey. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Now it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Hey, high 7.
Coming. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Check pass. Check 52's the Mike.
On 2nd and 12, Foles. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Seventh play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. I got you, boy. Hey, right.
Here's Foles. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Giorgio Tavecchio on for yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd down and 4, Tannehill looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Keaton. Watch the shit. Watch the Topper. Check 43. Check 3.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
22-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
First down, New York.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gators. Blue gas. Hey, check back 34.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Now Gordon. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready? 18 Gator. Here we go. Snap.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Philip Lindsay hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Tannehill. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
60 or. Check in. Let's go, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This is Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 15-1. 15-1. He can't hang.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go again with Lindsey. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Run. He's time. Let's go, great. Hey, Silver. Kill.
Running on 1st down with Ware. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got, Heavy?
Another run by Lindsey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
You ain't got nothing. Alert 3. 6.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves them with a more standard 2nd down.
2nd down at the 37-yard line.
Let's go! 52. I'm coming after you.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
43-yard line.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Foles. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check back. Go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Let's go.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Hey, Orbit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Big stop, let's go.
Here we go.
On the counter, Lindsey. And an alley to run. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Got it. Mike 34, Mike 34. Hey, here we go. 5.
Tannehill on 1st down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now it's Tannehill. And that's caught by Beasley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaching, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes, and he's going to go down again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Lions will take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Foles. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Gordon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Detroit, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Giants, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.